Okay, so is heavy metal detox really necessary to heal your chronic gut issues? I was asked this question a couple times recently by someone who had tried gut healing for a prolonged period of time, and they actually only felt like their symptoms were getting worse. Both instances, people were reporting that their symptoms almost felt stuck, like they were hitting this plateau and the ceiling, and at one point things were kind of getting worse. So I want to unpack all that in today's video. We're going to go over up-to-date recommendations from Dr. Natasha Campbell-McBride and Dr. Becky Plotner. I'm going to share why I believe that heavy metal chelation is necessary when it comes to healing stubborn gut symptoms and arguably most chronic disease today. I'm going to share practical things you can start doing today that will actually begin the healing process without any. So no substances besides food. I'm going to give you the most practical things that you can start doing today, as well as how to tell if you're ready to really move past that, and kind of give you a little bit of a self-assessment on whether you're truly ready or you should be doing more time with nutrition and other healing detox modalities before you step on this subject. Okay, before we jump in, I want to mention that I am running a 20% off Black Friday sale on my Whole Health Blueprint coaching program. It is a 6-month program that's designed to take you start to finish in healing your gut, detoxing your body, even including heavy metal detox, and regulating your nervous system so that you can overcome your chronic symptoms naturally. It's really 6 months of me holding your hand through this whole process, getting the support, getting unlimited access to me for questions along the way, as well as an entire course of step-by-step videos that teach you the basics so that our conversations can go much deeper and I can really cater my protocol to your situation and your symptoms. So I'm giving 20% off to those of you who apply before November 30th and join the Blueprint. I hope you'll join us. So if you're new to my channel, welcome to Wholeness Campaign. My name is Selena and I've recovered from IBS, parasitic infection, Lyme disease, asthma, allergies, histamine intolerances, food intolerances, probably more things, you guys, and a host of chronic symptoms associated with multiple severe concussions, all using food as medicine, and it's my passion to help others do the same. Heavy metal was also a big part of my story, so I'm pretty passionate about talking about it because I think it's often really missed. All right, so what's the most up-to-date information around? Is it necessary? Is it overhyped up by the wellness industry online? Honestly, 20 years ago, the general recommendation around heavy metal detox, not everybody would need it, that it was kind of for this select few, maybe the most toxic people would need it, the people with the worst symptoms, but it wasn't something that was generally recommended to everybody across the board. It was really after a prolonged period of gut healing and strategic detox had taken place. That's when you would kind of tell if you were within that select few who maybe needed the deeper heavy metal detox approach. There's no doubt that heavy metals existed, but it wasn't as common to see people treating it. And the general consensus was that most people would be fine with the nutrition and the detox things, that they wouldn't really need that extra support. And that if you did need it, you should really wait a very long time before the gut healing had taken place because you wouldn't want to be causing more inflammation through the body in an already leaky gut. Now, practitioners since then, and this goes for Dr. Becky Plotner as well as many others that I've met, people who are taking clients in 2025 are finding that it is almost nearly impossible to get people over a hump, at least a majority of people over a certain hump of their chronic symptoms without doing the heavy metal. Over the last 20 years, we've learned a lot about which substances actually support the body's detox the best, which substances actually make things worse and dislodge metals and cause this sort of recirculation effect that can make disease far worse for people. New chelations have emerged on the market that are far more effective than past ones that we've used. I'm going to explain a little bit more of that in a minute. But generally speaking, people are much sicker. We're starting this whole process out of healing with a higher toxic load. We have generations of toxicity now to detox from. So the ways that worked before are simply not enough to get people to the same healing place in the same amount of time without some added support. Now, this is not everybody, obviously, and I think there is still a need for some foundational healing time, which I'll explain here in a minute. But it's right to say that the approach needs to change if our world is getting increasingly more toxic and people are coming to the process of healing much sicker. For example, you might have just been healing one autoimmune disease 20 years ago, but now I'm taking clients who have 6 different autoimmune conditions and histamine intolerance, and they can't tolerate this food and that food, and they're not sleeping and they're depressed. And so we have this whole montage of symptoms that we've got to kind of piece together and work with, as opposed to probably this type of complex situation was far more rare 20 years ago. There are new genetic conditions. Autism has gotten a lot more complicated. And again, the toxic load is just so much higher, you guys. So my take on this is that yes, for the most part, everybody, almost everybody, I'm going to say, needs to involve some sort of heavy metal detox or chelation however you want to say it, in their protocol at some time or another. Juicing and baths cannot replace what targeted removal of heavy metals can do. But there's a timing to this. Now, I don't want you just running into something thinking that this is going to be my savior, because that's actually not the case. There does still need to be a foundation laid, I think, of food first nutrition and gut healing before somebody comes to the place where they're ready to take on heavy metal. It is a big stressor on an already sick body. And so we want to see certain things. And I'm going to give you kind of an outline of those in here in a second. But just a little note on substances. Activated charcoal, for example, not really, but it's been used as a in the past, probably because it's been enough. It's a fairly effective binder, but nowadays it's causing most people to react with symptoms far worse than what they were experiencing before. And that's not just the detoxing effect. I actually think that has to do with metals being dislodged from tissues and potentially redistributed in vital organs that are causing way worse symptoms, you guys, okay? I'm calling it the redistribution effect. This is something that I've heard of fairly often happening in many practitioners' work. Bentonite clay, or different clays, which are usually used in baths or some of them as heavy metal detox protocols, have been found to have heavy metals in them. And that's actually becoming more of a stumbling block than is a benefit nowadays. Now, I'm not saying I'm fully against it. Sometimes I will take baths with bentonite clay, but practitioners are seeing people demonstrate worse toxicity symptoms after using it. And so it's important that we're not using substances that make things worse, right? Chlorella is another one we're seeing that comes with risks of redistribution. IV, in my opinion, is a big no-no, despite all the people who try to advertise to me on TikTok. I'm hugely against it. I think it can cause pretty severe liver damage in most cases, and obviously is just not the most natural, safe, and gentle way to go about it. There are other protocols. I'm not going to name them specifically because I don't want this video to get taken down, but if you're interested in learning more, go ahead and join my free community. You can ask all your questions there and I will answer it, but if I talk about the exact substances here, the video gets taken down. So, things that you can do to without just to get started, honestly, you guys, first is probiotics. Probiotics have amazing heavy metal properties. Juicing is a great way to get started because it's going to stimulate bile flow, especially if you make a GAP shake. You've got the fat and the juice. It's going to stimulate the bile flow, which will help to purge gallstones, allow more bile to go through. Bile in and of itself is kind of our body's built-in detox system. Oftentimes, heavy metals will accumulate in the liver, and so this is a great way to get started with that process. And also coffee enemas, because coffee enemas directly target liver congestion. Liver congestion can happen from a number of different toxic things in our environment, but one of them is heavy metals. So these are great things. I'm going to leave links for these resources. I have videos up here on my channel on all of these. But if you've done all of these, particularly for a prolonged period of time, and you're not seeing the results that you'd like to see, very likely you may need to take it a step further and use a substance that actually grabs onto the metal and eliminates it from your body or nullifies it. So here's how you know if you're really ready to go deeper. First is that you are not pregnant or breastfeeding. You cannot be doing heavy metal detox or honestly most detox at all if you are pregnant or breastfeeding. So make sure right away that you're not doing this if you are in any of those states. The second is that you can tolerate large amounts of the most healing foods. So I want to see somebody, when I'm in practice with them, I want to see them tolerating large amounts of meat stock, large amounts of ferments. I want to see the diversity there. I want to see them tolerating protein-rich foods, animal fats. I want to see them being able to tolerate, I call them the MVP foods, because if we're not able to tolerate those, then very likely we're going to leave our body in an even more depleted state at the end of it. The third is that symptoms and stress have stabilized. Now, I'm not saying that they're fully resolved, but maybe they've hit a plateau or something, but I really want to see that they're not like all over the place and that you're experiencing such vast amounts of die-off or detox or any little thing is stressing your body out, because heavy metal can be a very stressful thing on the body, and I wouldn't want to cause more stress in an already stressed out state. We have to use really good discernment here as to whether your body's really ready to let go of these, and we don't want to force something too fast, if that makes sense. The fourth is that you're working with somebody who knows how to do this properly, or that you've really done your research. Do not just blindly jump into it. Do not just buy something on the internet and take random amounts of it. I do not want you just experimenting with this on your own. There is plenty of anecdotal evidence, even if there's not tons of research behind all of these substances. There's tons of people who've had experience with this, and you can glean a lot from their experience. So I would encourage you to do that. And 5 is kind of similar, but we're not jumping full on into it. We're not going to jump into the full recommended dose. We want to start very, very small, you guys. We want it to be safe because I think that's the most effective, especially when we understand the pathogen and metal connection. We know that anytime we deal with the metal, we're going to be allowing a pathogen to die off, and that can cause toxic gases to swirl the system, and our body needs to be ready for that. So we want to build up very, very slowly. If you feel like you would benefit from the support, this is what I walk my clients step by step through. You can apply in the link in the description for the Whole Health Blueprint. And if you apply before the 30th, you'll get the Black Friday discount, which is again 20% off the program. It's 6 months of fully catered support. My goal is to really walk you step by step through this, and there's a whole module dedicated to this. I really give you the tools to learn how to do this with your body. But if you've checked all those boxes, then you might be ready to go a step further. And I would argue that it is necessary. Many people really do hit plateaus in their healing, and they can't get over the hump without some added support. So it is not unheard of for people to need to go and add in some actual substances that really do target these metals. Heavy metal toxicity is really finicky nowadays, and metals are lodging themselves in all different parts of our bodies, not just our hair. The hair tissue mineral analysis may not pick it up, okay? If you're interested in learning a little bit more about heavy metal detox, I will link my video that you can watch here next on what is heavy metals. If you're wondering what the heck is going on, what is she even talking about, that video will give you a really good baseline explanation. And if you're ready for the support, it's there, linked in the description as well. If you got any value out of this video, like the video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.